Zaya, I hope you're doing well. Just how has the experience been so far for you in San Antonio, getting ready to play this first round game?
It's been very exciting. We've been in our rooms most of the time, but we have been able to get on the court twice with each other, and just see what it's like in San Antonio. So it's been a pretty good time so far.
Mitch and then Greg.
Obviously, it's not going to be the usual NCAA atmosphere for you guys that you're used to. Getting used to this bubble, getting used to playing in limited size crowds. Obviously, you've been doing that all season as long, but does idle time make it feel any different, or is it kind of just feel like business as usual for you guys down there?
I just feel like it feels like a business trip, really. It's no fun in it. We can't really go outside of our rooms if it's not to practice. We can't do things if it's not involving basketball. So I think for overall, it's a business trip. We're just trying to get everything done and get where we need to be.
Greg and then Dick.
As I kind of going off of that, I just with this being your first NCAA tournament, is this? I mean, I'm sure this is not exactly how you imagine it growing up, but how does it change the experience? Or does it take some of the fun out of it, or are you still kind of pumped to go?
Definitely pumped for it. I can't wait for our first game. We've been involved with this all year, basically. Things have been changing. So we were already prepared for what was going to happen as far as the atmosphere. So like I said, it's just a business trip, and we're going to take it game by game.
Dick and then Pete.
Coach Staley said that she was bringing 11 basketballs to give you your own ball for your room. Have you had fun dribbling? And do you think that the ball is actually keeping you focused on what you got to do? And then the second part of that is, what have you packed with you to stay in your room to keep you occupied?
I think that the ball definitely helped out. I had text CJ and asked her, is there any way I can get a hold to a gym, because I usually work out. And it's been a few days where I haven't been able to do that. So I just been sitting in my room, just throwing the ball up, just having a feel for it, holding it. And as far as what have I brought, I did bring my my PS5. So me and my teammates, we all brought one. So we just get on there if we're bored. And my dad always sends me highlight videos of different players to watch. So I just watched that, and I'm just trying to prepare myself and keep myself busy.
Pete and then Joe.
Hey, Zaya. Several of the men's teams today, before the game during the national anthem, they knelt or sat or had something like that. I mean, does it make you guys feel good that, well, first of all, you guys can continue that here in the tournament? And does it make you feel good that other teams are kind of taking what you did back in November and continuing?
Definitely. I think everyone's just using their voice. And I feel like it's a lot of teams that's doing the same thing we're doing. And like I say in a lot of the interviews, it just shows that we haven't forgotten. We're using our platform to show who we are and take a stand for what we believe in. So it's definitely a good thing to see.
Joe and then Lucas.
Has it been a bit more challenging? I know you've dealt with it throughout the years, Zaya, but a bit more challenging this week trying to stay connected with your teammates? Are there a few more restrictions that make it a little bit more difficult from that interaction standpoint, making sure everyone's on the same page going in?
I don't think so. We still get on group FaceTime. We see each other when we eat dinner. So we're definitely all still connected. I don't think that's gonna go away. And you can also tell in practice that the connection is still there.
Lucas and then Chantel.
Hi, Zaya. What's it like to have Leticia as a teammate, and what's been her impact on the team this year?
Oh, Leticia's just getting started. So I'm very excited for what she has in store for us, especially during this tournament. She's had a great 2 days, and we got her playing a different role for this tournament. And I think it's gonna be great. A lot of people don't really know how good she really is, and we haven't been able to get it out of her yet, but it's coming.
Chantel and then Cam.
Hey, Zaya, thanks for your time today. As a leader on a team that is hoping that this stay in the hotel lasts about a month, I'm curious if there's anything you guys are doing right now to kind of prepare yourselves mentally for what that will feel like, both physically and mentally. Like, are you guys meditating, doing yoga in your rooms? Like, how are you preparing yourselves for what is a very unique situation?
For me, I was just talking to my dad about how it just kind of reminded me of USA. When we were trying to get a gold medal, we were down there overseas for about a month. So that's just, I'm trying to get myself back into that mindset, taking it game by game. We got a total of 6 games, and I think it was close to the same amount for the gold medal. So I'm just trying to get myself back into that mindset.
Cam and then Mitch.
Hey, Zaya, yesterday kind of social media was taken up by the pictures of the weight room and the difference between the men's and the women's. I was just curious for the players from y'all's standpoint, what was your reaction when you first saw kind of the difference in the weight rooms, and what's the level of frustration seeing the disparity between the way the men's tournament and the women's tournament is being treated?
The thing for me is just the excuses that have been made. I've heard a lot of excuses from big people. So I really don't agree with that. But this is just an example of things that have been going on, and it's been going on unnoticed. And we're finally taking a stand, and I think things are going to get better. But this is something that's been going on. It's very frustrating, but I think it's a good thing to see that the boys that are stepping up for us, some players that are in the NCAA tournament on the men's side are stepping up, reposting and doing those things. So it definitely shows a big role from them to see that they're on our side about this.
Mitch and then Matt.
Just following up on that, I mean, how have you guys had to adapt? Don't have your usual arsenal of weights available. How have you guys had to adapt there with your weightlifting sessions and stuff?
Oh, Miley's doing a great job in making sure we're still getting our weights in. She's improvising, doing different things to help us out. So the train isn't going to stop. Things like this happen, but we're going to keep it moving.
And we will close it out with Matt.
Zaya, you can't take anyone lightly in March, and no matter what round you're in. What do you know about Mercer, and what do they bring to the table?
Like you said, we can't take them lightly. This would be our first time playing them. We've had film. We're learning them as we go. And from the looks of it, they're a pretty good team, and we don't want to take anybody lightly, regardless of the seed they are. So we're going to go out and play every team the same, and we'll get the same results.